Episode 2, The Gay Conspiracy.
The important issues in this election will be inflation. We must stop overheating the economy and the price of housing. The average newly married couple just can't afford a house in Dublin now.
And will there be any rivalry with your running mate, Mary McBride?
No, we're a close-knit team, complete solidarity. And we will be going all out for 2 seats in the constituency.
Oh, there has been some talk about friction.
No, absolutely not. The other party's independents are simply worried about our strong, united team.
Thank you, Eamon O'Toole. I now return you to the studio.
Eamon, can I have a word?
More interviews, Francis.
No. Can you spare a moment? In here. How's it going?
The campaign? Oh, very well.
Good. I personally think it's a great move getting you on the ticket. The party can do with a candidate of your calibre. Something just came up at the meeting.
What?
Well, it's difficult.
Shoot. Give it to me straight.
I personally think it's just malicious pub talk.
What?
The person that brought it up and asked the question was roundly attacked.
I don't...
Somebody asked about your orientation.
I don't...
Sex. Sexual. If you were gay.
Who?
You?
Me? Are you serious?
Now, it's nothing to do with me. I've never had any reason to to doubt, you know.
Well, whoever it was, Proncius, they couldn't be wider off the mark. Nor have they been at any council meetings. Sure, only last week Mrs. Flaherty was accusing me of being a sex pervert, stocking up on porn videos from Brown's Grocery.
I heard about that.
And let me assure the party faithful that I have always found men's bodies sexually repulsive, and the more naked, the more repulsive. Ugh.
I gave you full backing.
What do they want? Publicly seduce a few women?
No.
I have a full, healthy appetite.
A Playboy image could be a handicap.
Well, what do they want?
We have lots of enemies. You know that, Eamon. And there is the infra-party factor. You're tomorrow's man. No doubt about that. Mary McBride does have the solid family image.
Well, even a red-blooded male like me can't sire 15 kids before the election.
No, but between ourselves, you have a girlfriend?
Several.
Our voters tend to be... one is sufficient. It doesn't do to project the image of a male predator. How about one girlfriend?
OK.
And an engagement?
An engagement? To who?
How about Dymphna?
Dymphna?
She fits the bill. The party know her. She's safe. Wouldn't do or say anything controversial.
Yeah, but I mean, well, look, while I have, been out with her, I haven't discussed any engagement or anything.
Politics is all about timing. There's Mary, a good party stalwart, all right, but getting on. There you come. Bright, new talent, a sparkle on the girlfriend's finger. The future. Women voters love matrimonial engagements.
Isn't it a bit drastic?
Well, I wouldn't have brought it up, Eamon, if it wasn't for this gay factor. Like I put down that nonsensical talk in the pub. But there were a couple of letters received at headquarters.
Saying I was gay?
Dirty rhymes on your name.
Schoolboy! But surely you can't base an election strategy on a couple of batty letters.
If it's a close-run thing, these things can tip the balance. And if the opposition get hold of it, they can turn it into a gay conspiracy.
It's preposterous.
Wait, Eamon. You know it's preposterous. I know it's preposterous. But here's what these conspirators are saying. Man, mid-30s, living with mother, member of council dominated by men, drinks often in the company of other men.
I also drink often in the company of girlfriends.
No serious girlfriend. Look, engagements don't have to last. But a nice temporary little engagement might do wonders for your votes.
Where are you going, Mother?
Out.
Why are you all dolled up?
I'm not all dolled up.
Well, lipstick, rouge. You're not going to the bridge club?
No.
Well?
The Gondolier restaurant.
Have they put up the pension or has somebody taken you?
Yeah.
Who?
Frank Gormley.
Is that the old geezer I saw hobbling down your path last Wednesday? I didn't think he was in that financial bracket.
He lives in a lovely house on Griffith Avenue.
Is he the one that had the triple bypass operation and the hip replacement?
Yeah,
Where'd you meet him?
the hospital waiting room.
Are you not afraid that all that lipstick and rouge will overexcite?
Oh, laugh all you want.
Hello?
Is that Eamon or Toole? How about you and me getting together sometime? I like it hot. How do you like it, Amo? You stud ya.
I'll tell you how I like it.
Oh, I love it when you're mad. You're so dominant, Ducky.
What's wrong?
Sick. This campaign is in trouble. There's a conspiracy. Rumours are being spread that I'm gay.
Gay?
Yeah, me.
You? Queer?
Imagine.
You're not queer.
Gay is the word. Look, it's so daft. Somebody's been spreading the rumour. Anyway, Proncius thinks that it might be a good political counterattack for me to get engaged. Until after the election.
Engaged to who?
Well, anybody really. This would be a nice little pretend engagement. Politics. Image, you know. A bit of spin. How about Dymphna or Hillary?
The failed mistress and the mountain climber.
You're very unfair on them.
You get any sort of engagement with either of them two and you're a goner.
No, they would be in on it.
Oh, I'm sure they'd be in on it. They're desperate.
No, Mother, Dymphna and Hillary are both financially secure, independent women.
They're the worst. They have the money to sue. Did you read about the one suing the solicitor for breach of promise?
Dymphna and Hillary aren't that sort of woman.
I think it's a daft idea.
Well, headquarters think I need a wench with a sparkler on her engagement finger before the election.
Absolutely daft.
Is it just the idea of me being engaged to be married that you dislike?
What would I care? I always suppose you get married sometime. If you met somebody normal. Dublin's full of normal women. How did you end up with those two?
I'm not ending up with anybody. I'm not really getting engaged.
Well, either of them will either sue you or hold you to the marriage.
I know. I've had a brainwave. If headquarters want a political engagement, I'll give them one. I'll ring Ray on the social column at the press and tell him I'm engaged to...
Who?
Oh, a flower of Erin, a woman of upstanding and outstanding virtue, scintillating wit, breathtaking beauty, homemaker, a fertility goddess, and a sexual icon, all rolled into one. Her name... Grania O'Malley.
Who's she?
Totally fictitious. I'll take somebody's photograph, preferably dead or from outside the country, paste it around a bit, and slip it to Ray.
And what will the mountain climber and the failed mistress have to say about that?
You're so slow, Mother. You see, they'll be in on it. It's a political manoeuvre. I'll be straight and above board about the whole thing. They're sensible, intelligent women who understand politics. There shouldn't be any problems. The price of housing will be the big issue in this election, and it is directly affecting me and my fiancée, Grania O'Malley.
Your fiancée? Who's she?
Well, Grania is originally from Mayo.
Any relation to the famous Elizabethan sea pirate, Grace O'Malley?
Yes, I think there is some distant blood connection with the Grace O'Malley clan, and we're lucky in the sense that there is some room at my mother's house in Drumcondra. But the incoming government will have to address the issue of first-time buyers. What's this, Dymphna?
The mail.
That much?
Yes, all unopened. There's also 15 faxes and 35 emails.
Were you absolutely swamped?
Absolutely.
Well, what were you doing?
Filing.
Filing what?
My nails.
But this is all important election stuff.
Is it?
Look, all these letters have to...
Why don't you get your fiancée, Grania O'Malley, to do them? She can sail up to Dublin Harbour and you can bring her down the post and she can slit the envelope open with her sword.
Dymphna!
All this bloody work is voluntary. Voluntary! Voluntary, do you hear me?
No, Dymphna, look, you misunderstand. You've got it all arseways.
I heard you on the radio.
Yes, but look, I was caught on the hop by this reporter. There's a vicious rumour circulating about me being gay, so I had to invent this fiancé.
Invent?
Yes.
Why, Grania O'Malley?
Look, it was just off the top of me head.
Why did you have to invent somebody?
I'd no time.
You could have referred her to me, couldn't you? And I could have informed her all about your little sexual peccadillos and quirks. Would have made a change from answering all those boring election mail.
Look, I didn't want her bothering you, Dymphna. I've much too much respect. And with the election coming up, I know you're weighed down with all the work.
Do you know what really galls me?
What?
You not wanting to be associated with me in public.
Now, that's not true. We are associated in public. You do all my election posters. You answer queries to the press. Do you know who started the whole vicious rumour? McBride. Mary McBride. She's playing the old enlarged family card.
Well, I suppose she does have a point.
What point?
Some of the voters may be worried about a man of your age still living with his mother.
Really, Dymphna?
The press have already been on to me, you know.
About what?
If you're gay.
What did you say?
I said it was none of their business.
Why?
Why what?
Why did you not say that as far as you were concerned I was a red-blooded heterosexual male?
Why should I?
Because...
I don't have to talk about my sex life. It's your sex life they're interested in. I told them to ask Grania O'Malley about your sex life.
Now the bloodhounds will be on my trail.
Why do you have to complicate things?
I never introduced the issue of sexuality.
You know, sometimes simple is best. You don't understand that. Everything has to be complicated. But be clear on this. I am telling no lies to the newspapers.
I'm not asking you to tell lies.
And what am I supposed to be doing? Having an affair with a councillor who's engaged to Grania O'Malley? Do you want me to tell them that?
No. But you could say that in the past you...
The past 2 weeks.
Do you have to be awkward?
Awkward? If you think I'm being awkward now, you don't know what awkward is.
A reporter?
Yes.
If I was gay?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
I said I didn't think so.
Think so?
Yeah.
You didn't give him a 100% emphatic no?
No.
What are you trying to do? Destroy me politically?
Well, I don't know 100%, do I?
In all the years that you've been listening up in that bedroom of yours with your ear glued to the floorboards, have you ever heard me down here with a man?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I be asleep most of the time, except when it gets a bit noisy, like with those porn videos.
Have you any loyalty whatsoever towards me? Like even my girlfriends would vouch that I'm a red-blooded male.
Well, I'm not going to tell lies.
Lies? That I'm not gay? Oh, don't be absurd.
Did you read what the mountain climber wrote in the paper?
Who? Hillary?
Malicious rumours have been spreading around about a certain Northside candidate in the coming election. Regular readers of this column know that I believe a person's sexuality is their own business. Ireland is mature democracy, and voters will show that maturity by voting for the candidate of their choice, regardless of their sexuality. Much more damaging, in my view, are candidates who cover up their non-majority sexuality by making strategic public announcements in a vain attempt to win votes. My heart goes out to the partners of these candidates, who are often unaware of the role they've been asked to play until it is too late. This behaviour is, apart from the personal tragedy, criminally deceptive. Indeed, the aggrieved parties should furnish evidence to the public prosecutor so that justice should have its day after, if not before, the coming election.
What is she trying to do?
I told you these independent women are the most desperate.
Ruin me?
And what do you expect?
Well, at least that she would have consulted me before all this damaging innuendo.
She's a clever writer.
I should have talked to her before the announcement. Until after the election.
So there's no Grania O'Malley?
Sheer, pure invention.
Who is this secretary that works for you?
Dymphna?
Yes.
She's a party stalwart. An enormous capacity for hard work. Her family have been committed to the party for years. Totally dependable.
What age is she?
Oh, 30s. Maybe even nudging
Is she married?
No, she's married to the party. And work. You see, she works in a library as well as being my secretary. She wouldn't have time for any... anything else.
Really?
Yes. Dymphna is really a little bit of a prude, you know. Oh, she's very upset by the whole...
Gay conspiracy.
It's so tacky and degenerate. And she's not socially or sexually sophisticated like you, Hilary. Now, I admit, I was a little remiss in not warning you before making the announcement, but the whole thing was sprung on me, very sudden. Do you know who started it?
No.
I'm almost certain it was McBride.
Well, it's certainly up and running.
That's why I need your help, Hilary. Like these other people around me, they're not savvy in the ways of the world. They don't have your sophistication. Now, how do you think I should handle... What do you think I should do?
Get married.
Well, do you not think that would be playing into their hands? You know, O'Toole looking for a smokescreen.
Most people don't look beyond the surface.
You see, that's why I introduced this Grania O'Malley as a temporary little... I didn't want to introduce a real person who I care for and respect for political ends.
But they're going to find out.
Who?
People.
What?
The truth.
How?
Take it from me, they're going to find out.
So?
You'll have two choices. That Grania O'Malley dies shortly at a tragically young age.
No, that's no good before the election. It'll associate me with bad luck.
Or Grania O'Malley could be a pet name for a real, genuine fiancé.
Not fictitious.
Flesh and blood.
Yes, but I see, now would they buy that?
You have two choices. A real live fiancé helping you get elected to the Dáil, or an exposé revealing a cruelly deceptive political ruse on the people of North Dublin. What would you prefer?
Nice smell. Who sent the flowers?
Frank.
Oh? You were home very late last night.
Was I?
I missed your old ear glued to the floorboards.
You must think I've nothing better to do with my time.
Well, I do worry.
Yes, about yourself.
Why were you out so late?
I was talking.
With who?
Frank.
Oh?
He's good company.
Is he? What did you talk about? His triple bypass or your hip replacements? Or did the old bad knees and feet joints get thrown in?
I was in his house last night.
Till all hours? Oh, I'll have to have a word with this fellow.
Very nice house.
How often have you been seeing him?
I don't count.
I mean, it's not serious or anything, is it? I mean, you wouldn't be thinking of moving in with him.
We're going to the Gondolier again tonight.
Again?
Expense doesn't seem to be a problem.
That restaurant overlooks the Liffey. Are you not afraid that the smell is affecting his old ticker?
Ah, the taxi's outside.
Deserting me again?
Use a frozen dinner.
This isn't good enough, Mother. You know the pressure I'm under. Anyway, I've no time for dinner. I'm trying to get Dymphna back into the office. Dymphna, come down the ladder.
What do you want?
We need to talk.
Why?
Come down.
I have to put away these books.
Oh, look, leave them. There's far more important issues for us to discuss.
You may think my job isn't important.
I didn't say it wasn't important. It's just... Oh, look, come down, please.
What is it?
I can hardly get into the office. The mail is piling up. The posters are unposted. The faxes are lying all over the desk.
Well, have you advertised?
For what?
A secretary.
Look, don't be ridiculous. How could I get a new secretary to do all the work this close to an election?
Well, you better start interviewing.
I'm serious.
Too bad.
Dymphna, you don't know how serious the boss was on.
Oh, why don't you get engaged to him?
Actually, he was singing your praises. Look, you know how fond he is of you and of your family's tradition within the party. A proud, proud, loyal record, he said.
I've been your slave for too long. And where did it get me?
It's got you on the verge of electing me to Dáil Éireann. That's where it's got you. Us. Together. A team. Going forward into the future. You're not going to throw all that away over an off-the-cuff invention to scotch a vile political rumour.
Oh, I'm sick of being taken for granted.
I'm sorry, Dymphna. Honestly. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa.
It was the way you talked about her.
I had to make it convincing. The boss is worried. Proncius is worried. The party is worried. Look, if you don't come back, Div, then my campaign is as good as over.
On one condition.
What?
That you publicly break off the engagement to Gráinne O'Malley.
The bitch is history. Now, can I drive you over to the office immediately? I have an important meeting with the press. To us, Hilary.
Us?
Yes.
What about us?
Our partnership.
Sorry. Did I miss something?
Our future partnership.
Is this a proposal?
Well, in a manner of speaking. I forgive you the sly reference in your article to my sexuality.
There's nothing sly about my writing. It's all up front.
The most attractive aspect of your personality. Your upfrontness.
Well, I wish I could say the same about you.
Well, let's not go into that. This is a friendly lunch, a mend the fence, a peace offering.
It'll take more than a miserable expense account lunch.
I apologise. I apologise for my inconsiderateness, my lack of sensitivity for your feelings. I have to admit it, Hilary. I really did behave like an insensitive pig.
Actually, I would have put it stronger.
I know. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. But look, the important thing is, how do I make it up to you?
You really were a pig.
I know. Now, look, I'm in the midst of this campaign, but I have decided to accept your advice. My engagement with Gráinne O'Malley will be broken off, regardless of the political consequences. In my insensitivity, I foolishly underestimated the effect on you. Now the question is, how can I repair the damage?
You know.
No, jumping out of one engagement and immediately into another is not the way. It smacks of panic, desperation. I was thinking from your own point of view. It wouldn't look right for you to become engaged to someone who's just announced on radio his engagement to another woman. It's the kind of thing my enemies would jump on. Who is Eamon O'Toole engaged to? Does he know what he wants? Does he know what party he belongs to? No, the only solution is a discreet little public breaking off of my engagement to Gráinne O'Malley.
And what about us?
Well, you know why I've invited you to lunch.
I already knew you were an insensitive pig.
Look behind you.
Who is it?
Eleanor Gillis.
Oh.
What do you think of the chances of a certain item being mentioned in a certain Sunday paper?
You planned this?
Well, let's just say it's an engagement of sorts, isn't it? Another late night last night? This is getting to be a habit. Who helped you up the stairs?
Frank.
Frank? Up to your bedroom?
Yes.
Is that wise?
You weren't here.
I may not have been here in body, but that doesn't mean I don't worry. You've been seeing an awful lot of Frank lately.
So?
Well, does it not strike you somewhat suspicious?
What? Somebody liking my company?
Do you really think that's all there is to it?
No.
Exactly.
Frank proposed to me.
He what?
Proposed.
What did he propose? Did he leave you one of his artificial hips?
Marriage.
Oh, now wait. You're not serious, Mother. You're 64, not 24.
I do like his company.
Oh, by all means like his company. Go to these post-hip operation societies and parties, but marriage?
I felt flattered.
Did you?
Yes, I did. You know, not everybody sees me the way you do.
Don't they?
You're never in. And when you do come home late, all you do is keep me awake.
What do you expect with my engineering practice, political career and few scraps of social life? Like, I can understand you being a bit lonely, but marriage? Ridiculous. What do you know about his financial status?
I never asked.
Well, I tracked down some facts about good old Frank. And good old Frank has been less than Frank. That wasn't a triple bypass operation he had, it was a quadruple bypass. He doesn't own that house on Griffith Avenue. He rents a room. And now he's spotted a big, juicy property opportunity in you.
So you think a man couldn't be interested in me?
Well, let's face it, Mother. Frank doesn't want to marry you for bedroom frolics. He wants this house. This old antique furniture, our carpets, our lawns, our rose beds, apple trees. He wants his very own retirement home.
And what's wrong with that?
What? Do I hear you right? You see nothing wrong with this old Croc-Lothario cuckoo moving in here?
He's good company.
And what about me?
You have your social life, your girlfriends.
They're not girlfriends, they're predators, trying to take advantage of this ridiculous gay conspiracy.
I suppose if you married one of them,
What do you mean, suppose? What are you trying to do? Marry me off so that your fancy man can move in here with you?
I'm just supposing.
Well, it won't work. I'm not leaving.
All right.
I won't be thrown out of my own house.
I didn't say I was throwing you out.
Do you think I could live with him? That degenerate old lecher?
He's not a lecher.
How do you know?
I know.
You think you're so smart. You think you know all about men. There he comes, this smooth-talking octogenarian.
He's only a few years older than me.
Sees his chance of getting his hands on our property, my heritage. How could you do that to your poor dead husband, my father, Dad? And allow him to kick your only son out in the street?
It's only a proposal. I didn't say I was kicking you out.
Do you expect me to live under the same roof?
If we got married, that'd be entirely up to us.
Would it?
Well, you are 35.
I'm not 35 yet. I won't be 35 until November.
Well,
have you checked this out with Alan?
there's no need for solicitors. He only proposed last night.
Your remarriage would change everything. Just think about it. He marries you, you die. Where does that leave him?
Where?
Here! In possession of this house. Our house. Look, if you go through with this, Mother, you will be divorcing me. Can you and Frank live with that on your conscience? Hello?
Is that Eamon Toole?
Yes.
Hello, big boy. Have you got a big one? How about coming up to see me sometime? I'll buy the Vaseline.
Who is that?
That was just some kind person from the local orphanage wanting to know if I'd somewhere to stay. Dimfna.
What does she want?
Me. She wants me. Since this gay conspiracy thing, I've been relentlessly pursued.
Queers?
No, not queers, women. They see an opening.
No.
I feel like a piece of meat caught between two greyhounds. What do you think?
About what?
Well, should I marry one of them? The failed mistress or the mountain climber? Of course, with the price of housing the way it is, we would probably have to move in here for a couple of years. I think you vastly underrate Dimfna and Hillary.
Those two?
Dimfna could regale you with all those Ardèche speeches. Or maybe Hillary could show you videos of her most exciting climbs up the mountains to while away the hours. Well, which of them would you give your highest rating to in the compatibility stakes?
I don't want any of them.
My, we are choosy, aren't we? Especially for a woman that's about to throw herself on her property at a quadruple bypass artificially hipped octogenarian pauper.
I am not throwing myself at anybody.
Well, from where I'm standing...
I just like a bit of company.
Couldn't you just meet him at the bridge
He
club?
doesn't play bridge, anyway.
What?
I'm not sure I want to get married.
So?
But I'm not living with either of them.
Oh, you're so ruthless.
Not in my house.
Does that mean I'll have to fend these women off?
I don't care what you do with them. I just don't want them here.
All right. So be it. You've had your wicked way again, Mother. Dimfna is waiting on her answer.
The weather will be cloudy and cool with intermittent showers.
Hello. Dimfna? Yes, I've been thinking about that gay conspiracy and your proposed solution. Marriage is a huge step in anyone's life, and, well, to rush into something unprepared because of a cynical political move by a rival is just not the right way to do things. I understand. Please, look, I have to consider everything. And there is my mother. Now, her feelings have to be taken into consideration. No, I've made up my mind. But we'll talk in the office later. One down, one to go.
The weather will be cloudy and cool with intermittent showers.
Hello, Hillary? I've reached a decision. I've decided not to make any major decisions on my future until after the election. Several reasons. Look, I don't want to go into them at the moment, but there is my mother's health. And there's enough strain already on this household without adding to it. Well, I'm sorry you see it like that, but... well, don't be falling down any mountains. Don't make decisions under pressure. Would you agree, Mother?
I really don't care what decisions you make.
What's this?
That's mine.
That's a big visa. Flowers from Clancy's.
Give it to me.
The Gondolier restaurant, both paid for with your visa.
That's my property.
You told me Frank Gormley paid for the meals at the Gondolier.
He did pay.
With your visa. What is he, a gigolo? And who paid for the flowers?
The flowers were for your Aunt Agatha. You do remember your Auntie Agatha. She hasn't been in that horrible home that long, and I said we'd be visiting her soon. We will be visiting her, won't we, Eamon?
Where is that home?
Achill Island.
Oh, well, look, it'll have to wait till after the election. At the present moment, there are enough batty women in my life. Wouldn't you agree, Mother?
Peter Volbeck played Eamon, Pat Levy, Marge, Jennifer Redmond, Didna, Hilary Cahill, Hilary, Luke Hayden, Pontius. Produced by Michael Feeney and Martin Boylan. Written and directed by Martin Boylan.
Listen to me, all you do. Come this election, I want to show all that stuff you can put in your heart. I ain't giving no political color.
He said he's cool, he's nobody's fool. Councillor or two.
A north side boy don't wanna fall. We leave all that in a Dublin for. All these guys can spend a mint if something don't happen.